I don't know. I think the main incident in my life so far has been my Bal Vivaha. I was married at a very young age. I think, well, not very young. All legal and all that. Don't worry. Either the waiter or the owner of the restaurant, he said, "अरे आप तो TV पे आते हैं." And all my theatre friends looked at me and said, "अरे तू तो star बन गया यार. You're तो like people are recognizing you on the road and all that. What is going on?"
Well, while growing up, we are very sure कि आप सभी लोगों ने स्लैम बुक जरूर भरी होंगी. आज हमारे साथ Decoded with the Stars में सेलिब्रिटी स्लैम बुक भरने आ रहे हैं कुणाल रॉय कपूर, जिनको आपने रिसेंटली देखा उनकी सीरीज सैंडविच में. हम उसी कलाकार की बात कर रहे हैं जिन्होंने बहुत सारे कॉमेडी रोल्स निभाए हैं, लेकिन आने वाले वक्त में उम्मीद करते हैं कि उनको मौका दिया जाए बाकी जॉनर एक्सपीरियंस करने का. बुलाइए, चलिए बुलाते हैं कुणाल को मेरे यानी विशाखा के साथ इस फन सेगमेंट में और जानते हैं कौन से राजों का खुलासा करने वाले हैं वो इस सेशन में. Well, firstly, Kunaal, welcome to Telly Chakra. It's a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
It's like a fun slam book जो आपने I'm sure अपने स्कूल कॉलेज टाइम में फिल इन की होगी. आज एक सेलिब्रिटी बन के वो स्लैम बुक आपसे हम फिल कराने वाले हैं.
Okay.
So today in Decode with Stars we have with us Kunaal Roy Kapoor, and I would want to firstly start off with Kunaal. What has been the fondest memory for you in the industry?
The fondest memory for me was the opening night of the film that I directed is one of my fondest memories. Unfortunately, that night was 26/11, and a lot of bad things were happening on that night. But I look back at it fondly because that was the night that gave me perspective that on life. That no matter what plans you have, no matter how hard you work, the world is out there to teach you a bigger lesson, and that is much bigger than you or an industry or anything like that. So that was the most fond memory of my career so far.
Okay, if not an actor, Kunaal would have been
an architect.
Okay, what are the two things without which your day is incomplete?
Coffee. And hugs from my family.
Three things without which you can't leave your house.
My phone, I guess, my house keys, and my pants. I've tried leaving without my pants, but I think they're most important sometimes. Yeah.
I can agree. You can't leave.
Yeah. Although okay. I've done it once or twice, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay. If Kunaal had to turn a love guru for some of his friends, who from the industry would you want to turn as a love guru for?
A love guru. I will turn a love guru for my brother Aditya. He needs some heavy advice. Yeah, love advice he requires.
And how good of a love guru would you be? Out of 10, how much would you rate yourself?
I'm 11. I'm 15. I'm a superstar love guru. Yeah.
Waqt batayega. Okay. One thing that you can't stay without.
One thing I can't stay without is...
like that's a must for you.
I guess... see, when we were kids, we would write oxygen, or we would write water, or we would write food and all, but those are damn names. The one thing I can't live without is... love.
Okay. When was the first time that you realized that you are a celebrity? When did you feel like that?
I think the first time I realized that I was not a celebrity, but that people sort of recognized me was when I did this show on Sony TV called Just Mohabbat, and I went to a small. Us din we were doing a lot of theatre, and we would go to any roadside place to eat, and I still go, but at that time we had gone to one such place, and I was sitting there with all my other theatre friends and all of that. And either the waiter or the owner of the restaurant or that छोटा सा जो था hole in the wall, he said, "अरे आप तो TV पे आते हैं." And all my theatre friends looked at me and said, "अरे तू तो star बन गया यार. You're तो like people are recognizing you on the road and all that. What is going on?" I said, yeah. And at that age, you're a little embarrassed also because you're in your all that stuff. You don't want to like this thing. You're like, yeah, whatever. But then I realized that the reach of television, the impact of television at that time, because like when you just go down the road or you'd be in a train. I used to go to shooting by train at that time, and after the show released, after a few weeks or few months of the show, people on the train started giving me those looks, ki arey isko dekha. So that's the first time I kind of realized that I was kind of getting popular. Yeah.
Okay, last two. If an autobiography is written upon your life, आपको क्या लगता है कि ऐसा कौन सा इंसिडेंट है जो उसमें मेंशन किया जाना चाहिए? Like the main thing.
My life is, I don't know whether it's interesting enough for an autobiography. I don't know. I think the main incident in my life so far has been my Bal Vivaha. I was married at a very young age. I think, well, not very young. All legal and all that. Don't worry. But yeah. So that has been the one constant in my life since I've
I think colors can help you out with that one. Balika Vadhu return.
Yeah, exactly.
Last thing. If in the near future, in 5 years down the lane, what kind of roles do you see in your kitty? What kind of feathers do you see on your hat?
I mean, again, as you had mentioned earlier, I think that to expand the kind of the opportunities in terms of genres I hope that I'm able to do more dramas, more thrillers, more antagonist roles than protagonist. I would love to do more negative roles.
But then with whom? Like, which directors do you look up to? Like, whom do you want to work with?
There are so many in our industry. I mean, I wouldn't want to just name people, but I mean, there are many young talented people, older people. I mean, there are so many talented directors now in our industry. And what's wonderful with the OTT platforms also is that it's not only films, it's also the directors coming and doing such fabulous work, even in the OTT space. So I think, and of course, getting to work with good writers, with writers who write good characters as well. So that also is going to be quite exciting. And I think the opportunities now in the next 5 years are going to be great. So looking forward to a lot more varied roles, as you said. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Kunaal. I hope कि आपको ये अपने बारे में decode session जो था वो पसंद आया होगा, because fans would have got to know a lot about your details.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you so much for joining with us, and I wish you all the luck for the series and also 2021.
Thank you. Luck to the whole world. Yeah, bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. और thank you so much guys for watching this fun segment Decoded with the Stars, जहाँ आज के हमारे celebrity stars थे Kunaal Roy Kapoor. We really hope कि आपको उनकी ये fun slam book बहुत पसंद आई होगी, and this helps you knowing Kunaal a little more better. Until then, stay tuned to Vishakha for all the more updates for the Telly world.
Know all about the Telly world by subscribing to Telly Chakka's YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated to our new videos.